Chocolate is one of the most consumed products on Earth. Every day, millions of people eat it, without ever questioning what it takes to make it. But the process behind chocolate is far more complex than most imagine. It does not begin in a factory. It begins in extreme heat, high humidity, and fragile ecosystems where cocoa trees can barely survive. Before chocolate becomes smooth, sweet, and familiar, it must pass through a chain of transformations that leaves no room for error. Fermentation that can ruin entire harvests if mistimed. Drying processes that determine flavor. Industrial steps where temperature differences of a few degrees can decide whether chocolate becomes perfect or unusable. What looks simple on a store shelf is the result of precise control, massive infrastructure, and decisions that affect taste, texture, and shelf life. Behind every bar of chocolate is a system designed to handle scale, consistency, and risk, all while preserving something that began as a fragile agricultural product. This is not just about food. It is about engineering, chemistry, and control. And once you see how chocolate is really made, you will never look at it the same way again. Before we continue, this channel explores how everyday products are really made, from raw materials to finished goods. If you find this process interesting, consider liking the video and subscribing. It helps the channel grow and allows us to keep producing documentary-style content like this. Before we continue, this channel explores how everyday products are really made, from raw materials to finished goods. If you find this process interesting, consider liking the video and subscribing. It helps the channel grow and allows us to keep producing documentary-style content like this. Chocolate production begins far from factories and machines. It starts in tropical regions where cocoa trees grow under very specific environmental conditions. Cocoa trees require stable temperatures, high humidity, and protection from direct sunlight. They cannot tolerate large climate variations, which makes cocoa farming highly sensitive to environmental changes. Once cocoa pods mature, they are harvested by hand. Inside each pod are dozens of cocoa beans, surrounded by a sweet, acidic pulp. At this stage, the beans have none of the flavor typically associated with chocolate. The transformation begins immediately after harvesting. The beans are removed from the pods and placed into fermentation containers, often covered to retain heat. This step is critical. Fermentation triggers chemical reactions that develop the foundational flavor compounds of chocolate. If fermentation is too short, the beans remain bitter and flat. If it lasts too long, the beans can become acidic or spoiled. The timing must be precise, often lasting several days depending on climate and bean variety. During fermentation, heat builds naturally as microorganisms break down the pulp surrounding the beans. This process kills the seed inside the bean and initiates enzymatic changes that shape the final flavor profile. Once fermentation is complete, the beans must be dried. Drying reduces moisture content and prevents mold growth during storage and transport. This is typically done under controlled sunlight or mechanical dryers, depending on location and scale. Drying too quickly can trap unwanted acids. Drying too slowly can allow contamination. Again, precision matters. After drying, the beans are sorted, cleaned, and prepared for shipment. At this point, cocoa beans may travel thousands of miles before reaching a processing facility. However, even before they arrive at a factory, the quality of the final chocolate has already been influenced by dozens of decisions made at the agricultural level. Once the beans reach a chocolate manufacturing facility, the industrial phase begins. The beans are roasted to further develop flavor and reduce remaining moisture. Roasting temperatures and durations vary depending on the desired chocolate profile. Small changes can significantly alter taste, aroma, and bitterness. After roasting, the outer shells of the beans are removed through a process called winnowing. What remains are cocoa nibs, the core ingredient of chocolate. These nibs are then ground into a thick paste known as cocoa liquor. Despite the name, cocoa liquor contains no alcohol. It is a combination of cocoa solids and cocoa butter released during grinding. This substance forms the base from which all chocolate products are made. At this stage, chocolate is still unstable, coarse, and far from ready for consumption. What happens next will determine whether it becomes smooth, shelf-stable, and commercially viable. Once cocoa liquor is produced, Chocolate begins to take a form that resembles the final product, but it is still far from finished. At this stage, the material is unstable, grainy, and highly sensitive to temperature changes. To become chocolate as consumers recognize it, cocoa liquor must be combined with additional ingredients, depending on the type being produced. Sugar is added to reduce bitterness. Milk solids may be introduced for milk chocolate. Additional cocoa butter is often required to improve fluidity and texture. These components are mixed under controlled conditions to create a uniform mass. However, simply blending ingredients is not enough. The particles within chocolate must be reduced to a specific size to achieve the desired mouthfeel. This is accomplished through refining. The chocolate mixture passes through a series of rollers that grind solid particles down to microscopic dimensions. If particles remain too large, the chocolate will feel rough or sandy on the tongue. If ground too finely, flavor perception can be diminished. Once refined, the chocolate enters a process known as conching. Conching is one of the most critical and time-consuming stages in chocolate production. During this step, the chocolate is continuously mixed, aerated, and heated for hours or even days. Conching serves several purposes. It removes unwanted volatile acids developed during earlier stages. It coats solid particles with cocoa butter, creating smoothness. And it allows flavors to mature and balance. The duration and temperature of conching vary depending on the desired outcome. Short conching produces stronger, sharper flavors. Extended conching results in smoother, milder chocolate. After conching, chocolate must be stabilized. This is achieved through tempering, a process that controls the crystallization of cocoa butter. Cocoa butter can form several types of crystals, but only one structure produces chocolate that is glossy, firm, and resistant to melting at room temperature. Tempering carefully heats and cools the chocolate to encourage this specific crystal formation. Improper tempering leads to dull surfaces, soft texture, and fat bloom, the white streaks sometimes seen on poorly stored chocolate. Once tempered, chocolate is ready to be molded, shaped, or used as a coating. It can be poured into molds, applied to confectionery products, or cooled into solid bars. At this point, the chocolate that began as a fragile agricultural product has been transformed into a stable, uniform material capable of being transported, stored, and sold worldwide. What appears simple on the surface is the result of dozens of tightly controlled steps, working together with little margin for error. If you want to continue exploring how everyday products are made at industrial scale, from raw materials to finished goods, you can subscribe to the channel and follow the next episodes in this series. Chocolate is often perceived as something simple and familiar, but behind every bar is a system designed to manage complexity, variation, and risk. From the moment cocoa beans are harvested, each step influences the final result. Fermentation, drying, roasting, refining, and tempering must all work together within narrow tolerances. Industrial chocolate production is not about speed. It is about control. Control over temperature, control over texture, control over consistency across millions of identical products. What began as a fragile agricultural material becomes a stable, standardized product through engineering, chemistry, and precise process management. The next time chocolate melts in your mouth, it is worth remembering that its smoothness is not accidental. It is engineered.